Well, hello. Welcome once again to the Rustic Vaughn Lodge. Today I'm doing a tag video. I was tagged yet again. This time I was tagged by AJ Dunn Reads and Writes to do an original tag that he created. And the reason I want to do this one is because it shouts out basically other booktubers, which I think is a cool thing to do. This tag that AJ Dunn has created is called the BookTube Island Castaway tag. All right, what's the premise of this tag? Okay, the premise: you were shipwrecked in Youve Ocean and washed up on the shores of BookTube Island. This isn't bad. If you're shipwrecked in Youve Ocean, trust me, there are a lot of worse places you can end up than BookTube Island. Yeah, you must trek across the island in search of rescue. Along the way, you encounter other booktubers. Explain why you have chosen them. Okay. Well, let's see how I do on this one. Number 1. You come upon a hut whose inhabitant decides to be your guide. Which booktuber do you trust to guide you across the island? I'm gonna go with Jay Shea on this one. Good old Jay Shea. I only decided to become a booktuber myself after I watched his videos, so I guess I would trust him to lead me across the island. He sort of already has, in a way. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, you set off in search of food and come across a booktuber who can feed you. Who is it? I'm not sure who could do that, but the person I would trust the most is Summer at Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats. I bet she could help me out with my vegan diet. She could come up with something. So yeah, Summer at Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats. I would trust her for that. Okay, number 3. You and your guide somehow get lost and you're thirsty. Hey, Jay Shea, what kind of guide are you if you're gonna get me lost? Okay, you and your guide somehow get lost and you're thirsty. Which booktuber could lead you to water? I'm gonna go for this one with Vin at Revenant Reads. I'm pretty sure that good old Revenant Reads could guide me, if not to water, I'm pretty sure at least he could find beer. And that might even be better, actually. So yeah, Vin at Revenant Reads. Okay, number 4. Yikes! You fall into a hidden pit. What kind of place is BookTube Island anyway? You fall into a hidden pit. Which booktuber would you look to get you out? Well, this is a pretty dangerous place, apparently, BookTube Island. The person I would look to get me out would be Josh at Working Man Reads. I'm pretty sure if anyone could do it, it would be him. He has some kind of technical knowledge. I'm not exactly sure what kind, but it's probably enough to get me out of a pit. And probably Jay Shea too. He could probably get the both of us out of that pit. Yeah, okay. So number 5. The salty air is destroying your clothes. Which booktuber would you let clothe you? Okay. This is an interesting question. Now that my clothes are being destroyed by the salty air. Man, hazardous place, BookTube Island. All kinds of dangers. Okay, well this is a tough one, but I'm going to go with the worst thing about new books. There is a channel called The Worst Thing About New Books, and the guy who does this channel, I don't know his name. I've watched a few of his videos, and I'm not sure he ever says his name. This guy, he's a mysterious man, the man with no name, who does the worst thing about new books. I'm sure he has a name, and I just haven't caught it, or I've forgotten it or something. But yeah, the worst thing about new books, because this guy, he has an interesting fashion sense, and at least I would get a nice shirt and probably a cool hat. So, yeah, I would go with him. Okay, what number are we on now? That was number 5. Yeah, we're past the pit. We're past the salty air that destroys our clothes. So now we're at number 6. Even castaways need distractions. Which booktuber do you find who gives you the entertainment you need? Okay, I'm going to go with a couple booktubers, Dave and Olive over at the Book Blather. Dave and Olive at the Book Blather. Those two are entertaining, and I would trust them to entertain me. Me and Jay Shea. Okay. Shucks, this is number 7. Shucks! You've been hurt. You need to find a booktuber to heal you. Who is it? Man, I wonder how I was hurt here on BookTube Island. You know, dangerous place. Okay, so who would I find to heal me? You know what? I don't know any booktubers that have any medical knowledge. If they do, I have no idea what it could be. I'm probably gonna die. Me and Jay Shea are probably gonna just croak on this island. But you know who I would go to? I would go to Book Time with Elvis. Yeah, that's who I would go to. He would have some book somewhere about stitching you up, you know? That's Book Time with Elvis. Yeah, that's how I'd go to. Good old Mark and Elvis. Okay, number 8. Now that I'm all stitched up, now it's raining. God, BookTube Island sucks. Now it's raining. Which booktuber do you meet who can build you a solid shelter? That's easy. Richardson Reads. He could build a whole 2-story house, probably, if I needed shelter. So that's an easy one. Okay, number 9. You come across a booktuber who challenges your perceptions. Who is it? Okay. I'm going to go with John at the Tumescent TBR. Yes, the Tumescent TBR. Yeah. John's already trying to challenge my perceptions on The Sound of the Fury and William Faulkner in general. He's trying to change my mind. Challenging my perceptions of that book. He might actually get me to read it again. Something I never thought would actually happen. So yeah, I'm going to go with him. All right. We're on number 10 now. You find the source of all knowledge on BookTube. BookTube Island. Which booktuber holds that knowledge? Who is it? Who is the mysterious booktuber who holds all the knowledge? I'm going to go with Jack. Jack, the rambling raconteur. Yes, I'm sure he's got the knowledge. He knows all sorts of things. He probably knows everything, that guy. So yeah, Jack, the rambling raconteur, would obviously have this knowledge. Okay, number 11. You finally have a chance to be rescued. Which booktuber do you trust to save you? I don't know. I don't know who I trust. Jay Shea barely got me across the island after all. I barely survived. I was injured. My clothes were all destroyed. I fell into a pit. I don't know. Who would I trust? I would probably trust Gina Stanier. Gina Stanier Books. I'm pretty sure she seems pretty competent to me, you know? Like if you're in trouble and you're like, oh man, who's going to get me out of this mess? I'm pretty sure Gina would do it. So I'm going to go with Gina. Yeah, Gina Stanier. So number 12. You've been saved. See, I told you she could do it. Thanks, Gina. You've been saved. Tag another booktuber to go on the BookTube Island Castaway adventure. I don't know, man. Who do I want to put through all this suffering on BookTube Island? Who do I want to fall into a pit and have their clothes be eaten away by salt and all these other horrible stuff. Well, it's probably no favor tagging you in this tag, but I'm going to go with Xena at beating around the books. I tag you, Xena, at beating around the books. It's been like a week or two since I've tagged you in something, so here we go, tagging you. So yeah, that was the BookTube Island Castaway tag by AJ Dunn Reads and Writes, who has a fantastic BookTube channel. You should all check out AJ Dunn Reads and Writes. So yeah, that was this tag that I did, and cool. Catch me tomorrow with the Sunday Penguin, and then of course Mythos Monday, and after that I've got some other stuff coming up. I'm trying to work out my TBR for the year. I was kind of shocked at how many new books I have and how many things I've got to read, and I was held up by Deadhouse Gates, and I'm going to have the review for Deadhouse Gates up probably this coming week. Yeah, I got some other stuff coming up. You know me, I just can't shut up. So, I will see you next time once again here at the Rustic Vaughn Lodge. Okay, guys, thank you.